Ever walked into a room and felt like everyone was staring at you? Maybe you spilled a drink, tripped over something, or wore something slightly out of the ordinary, and suddenly it felt like the whole world noticed. But here's the thing, most people probably didn't even care. That feeling where you think everyone's paying attention to you is called the spotlight effect, and it's just another trick your brain plays on you. But why does this happen? Why do we feel like the center of attention even when we aren't? Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll not only understand the spotlight effect, but you'll also know how to stop worrying so much about what others think. Let's start with what the spotlight effect actually is. It's a psychological phenomenon where we tend to overestimate how much others notice and care about what we're doing. Our brains naturally assume that people are watching our every move, judging us for every little mistake. But in reality, most people are too busy thinking about themselves to notice what's happening to you. It's like everyone's walking around with their own personal spotlight, focused on their own lives, not yours. Here's a fun fact. Researchers at Cornell University once did an experiment to prove the spotlight effect. They asked participants to wear an embarrassing t-shirt with a big, bold picture on it, something nobody would normally wear, and then walk into a room full of people. Afterward, they asked the participants how many people they thought noticed their shirt. The participants guessed that about 50% of the people in the room noticed. But when researchers asked the people in the room, it turned out that less than 25% of them actually noticed the shirt. This experiment shows just how much we overestimate other people's attention. So, why do we feel this way? It has a lot to do with how our brains are wired. Humans are naturally social creatures. Back in ancient times, being part of a group was crucial for survival. If you did something that made you stand out or got you rejected by the group, it could literally mean life or death. Because of this, our brains evolved to be hyper-aware of how others perceive us. Even though life isn't like that anymore, we don't need to worry about being kicked out of a tribe. This instinct remains. That's why you feel so self-conscious when something embarrassing happens, even if it's something small like forgetting someone's name or saying the wrong word. Here's a relatable example. Imagine you're giving a presentation at school or work. You're nervous, your hands are shaking, and you accidentally mispronounce a word. You probably think everyone noticed and is judging you for it. But the reality, most people are either zoning out, thinking about what they'll eat for lunch, or worried about their own presentations. Sure, a few people might notice, but they'll forget about it within minutes. The truth is, people are way more focused on themselves than on you. Now that you know what the spotlight effect is and why it happens, let's talk about how to overcome it. Here are 3 simple tips. Remind yourself that people don't care as much as you think. This might sound harsh, but it's true. Most people are caught up in their own worlds. Next time you feel self-conscious, remind yourself that people aren't paying as much attention as you think. Shift the focus off yourself. Instead of worrying about how you're being perceived, try focusing on what's happening around you. Pay attention to the conversation, the task at hand, or the environment. When you stop thinking about yourself, the anxiety often fades. Laugh at yourself. Everyone makes mistakes. If you can learn to laugh at yourself when something embarrassing happens, you'll feel less self-conscious. Plus, people are more likely to like you if you don't take yourself too seriously. Here's another fun fact. The spotlight effect can actually work in your favor. If you walk into a room with confidence, people might assume you're confident and know what you're doing, even if you don't feel that way inside. So next time you're in a situation where you feel nervous, try faking confidence. You might be surprised by how others respond. So the next time you feel like everyone's watching you, remember, it's mostly in your head. The spotlight effect is a normal part of being human, but it doesn't have to control your life. Focus less on what others think and more on being present. And hey, if you ever do something embarrassing, chances are people will forget about it by tomorrow. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more fascinating insights into how your brain works. See you in the next video.